Are
we recording? Hello. Hello, listeners. Hello, everyone out there. We are Now Just Now. This is our episode 1. Can we call it an episode? Episode 1 of our podcast.
We don't know what it is at this point, man.
Yeah, we're going to figure this out. My name's Warren.
My name's Richard.
My name's Roderick.
And we'll be taking you on a journey for the next... How long is this going on for?
1 hour.
1 hour.
At least two hours.
Jeez.
High quality listening. So let's have a chat. Now, just now.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Now, Just Now, Richard.
I don't know, Warren. I think you're probably the best man to do the first part.
Okay. We started Now Just Now in July. Was it July? And we put our first record was Runaway Nuns. That's who we started with.
Mm-hmm.
We put out their A-side. The A-side was...
Do the Resistor.
Yeah, it was the Resistor. Yeah. And the B-side was Crips. We threw a launch party for them.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been snowballing ever since.
Yeah. What next? We started the floor as well.
Yeah, our little residency at Mercury.
First and last Thursday of every month. It's been cool. How have you found it, Roderick? I think you're probably the best man because you've been to all of them.
Yeah.
Richard and I have been to 2.
Well, myself and Ines are the only people who seem to care about the floor.
Come on, man.
We can't be there. It's not because we don't want to be there.
No, it's because you guys are just terrible humans. It's been great. It's been so wonderful to see all the lovely bands that this city actually has.
What was your favorite show thus far?
Thus far?
Yeah.
It was definitely the one where Richard and I played in it.
Yeah, 100%.
That was definitely the best floor.
Most well attended.
Julia, Robert, and Richard Dizzy definitely the best bands in Cape Town.
Shoutouts.
I really enjoyed Twin Weaver though. I won't lie. I kind of tripped out on that. That was really good.
I thought they were good. Yeah.
That was the last one.
Yeah, Twin Weaver and Logos. Logos as well were fantastic.
That was my first time catching them. I was super stoked on that.
Yeah, I even have a T-shirt.
Is it?
Oh, did you?
I got a Logos T-shirt.
Oh, that's pretty
cool.
Dude,
we got next week as well. Like this coming week is going to be a good one as well.
Yeah, geez, that lineup came out of nowhere.
I can't believe
Manny Walters.
I can't believe they agreed.
Tail swapper.
Yeah, no. Cool. That's going to be killer, dude.
That first one was also a surprise though with Loopholes.
And the Fads.
Yeah, and then surprise Black Math show.
Oh yeah, at the end that was killer. Yeah, with the Loopholes doing Darren with no mic, that was killer. You remember that part? Where they all like not with no mic, with no guitar. Sorry, what I'm talking about.
Then he take his shirt off.
No, he didn't take his shirt
off. Went
on
like
who takes their clothes off while they play? Get it right.
Your band. They take everything off.
Yeah, keep it quiet.
No man, he went on like Preacher Man. He was walking around in the front.
Dude, he looked like the most angry banker. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Dude, I was so enthralled.
All wearing like tweed shirt, blazers or whatever.
Even Sean, the Red Baron himself, got on there. Just killed it, dude.
I think he's joining the band now.
Well, he did the interview and Tyler didn't do the interview. So
Sean's in.
Yeah, Sean's in.
And then what was that after that? What was the second one actually?
That was Cesara and Gourmet. That was sick. Dude.
It was also a very surprising lineup to get out.
Yo, we battled some demons on that show. There's like 4 other massive parties going on.
And that takes us to our second release, which was The Valley on that same night.
Oh yeah, The Valley
because of great planning.
Yeah, that was one of the many flaws that I missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Valley record, geez, that was our first or our second release, but the first time we did it on transparent vinyl.
Yeah, that was
that vinyl came out so clear, man. I'm so stoked. I think we sold out now. I have to keep one for the OCs because apparently I need to give it to them.
Well, did Charles just tell me he's going to force it upon the OCs?
John Dwyer, take this.
John Dwyer actually called us the other day and he said, keep me one of them transparent vinyls.
Yeah, I IM'd us earlier and we thought we'll keep one aside.
Yeah, so John Dwyer, we're coming for you. We're actually going to sign it, the Nana Just Now team.
Who do we make it out of? Johnny. Johnny D.
Yeah, that A side was Hammerhead, and the B side was I can't remember now. It was a good song, no matter what, and super well recorded.
You don't care about this family, Warren.
It really was. What was the second one? It was Hammerhead and.
Just hang on. I'm not.
I know. I've
We're gonna look this up.
I'm not googling it right now.
That's what we're not
I'm
doing.
no. Charles gonna bite all of us now, dude.
We can edit around this.
Yeah. Oh, got it.
Yeah.
And now for this quick ad break.
Yeah.
God, yeah, that made sense.
I think it was Obelisk. No, that's the name of the EP.
Obelisk was the album that 7-inch came
we're
from.
digging a grave. Yeah.
We'll figure this out.
Digging a grave. That sounds like a Valley song, though. Might be.
Yeah, it was actually
That's
Hammerhead.
the B-side
Digging a
was
Grave.
Digging a Grave.
Featuring John Dwyer. Madness.
And what? Then we had Sonic Bloom that came up.
Yeah.
It's an annual springtime show that started with the Valley put it together, I think, in the spring of 2016.
Yeah, and then make sure we know that.
Yeah, so we decided to throw it this year. And yeah, that was an amazing show.
That was one of my favorite
That
ones.
was Runaway Nuns opened that beautiful party, and then
It was us.
Retro Dizzy got lewd and nude. Right in the middle there. Jeez,
We weren't that nude,
What,
though.
dude? There was like
There were
was
underpants.
cock.
There were
There was
underpants
cock.
on. You need to just relax, bro. I like you, man. Get the goons in you. No, dude, it was a rad one. I enjoyed that. It was
No, you
very
guys had a
hot.
crazy good show,
Also, the
man.
lights were very I understand why the boys take their clothes off. Sweating, dude.
Yeah, the fans had broken. No,
Yeah.
no.
There was no air circulation on stage, and underpants were needed. So, and then the Valley killed it.
Yeah, the Valley
That was
got
a
a
rad
hot
one,
show.
No, that was a cool one, dude. With opening with To the Grave, whatever.
Are you still looking for that day?
Yeah, no, that was a great show. I think we need to play more venues. I think. Now that I
Yeah,
think about it, I've
everything
just
we've done.
realized.
Shout out to Mercury. Yeah,
Yeah.
Thanks
Thanks,
for the
Tim,
support.
dude.
Yeah, Tim Moolman.
Yeah. And then what next? So I think we got the third release then.
Yeah, then the third release was, it's still coming up. Pre-orders are open, so go throw some cash dollar at us.
Who is that?
That's
Warren?
Black Lung.
No, buy it
Black
before
Lung.
you find out what you're buying. I think that's how we did.
Yeah, that's it's the Black Lung 7-inch. It's a song called Face, and the B-side is Into the Sea. No, it's called The Sea. The album's called Into the Sea. But it's our first white vinyl, so that's
Yeah, that is
something
mad.
something to be proud of.
I don't think I've seen a white vinyl
Since
in the wild.
No,
I've seen one.
Lorraine.
Yeah, Bilderberg.
Bilderberg's
Okay.
Lorraine album. Yeah,
I thought it was something that kind of died out in the 80s.
White vinyl.
Nah, dude.
Yeah. So that should be available mid-October, I'd say.
Yeah, and we just did the launch for it, which is a quintessential Black Lung to launch
Wow.
it before it's
If
ready.
you were at that show, on behalf of the band, I'm sorry.
Warren, you were barely at that show, to be fair, though, right?
I was there. I was just in the back.
Last in, first out, right? Nah, that was a good show.
it
I
was
thought
cool.
it was great. Like,
Dude,
I mean,
Two-Stroke, Two-Stroke killed that.
I haven't seen Two Strokes since when she was just on her own in the pit with a kick drum and a
Oh yeah,
guitar.
that was a crazy
So in
shit, too.
soundcheck, I was thinking, hold on, there's a few more of them this time, and that was my favorite. She is amazing. The drummer also,
Yeah.
he's a beast.
Yeah, Marcel.
He's got like splash, dude. I haven't heard a splash in the music
Yeah.
scene. I was thinking I thought that was like a sample pad he had, but no.
But yeah, Eleni used to be in a band called Catwalk Trash. That was.
Do you know that we have literally been trying to remember the name of that band for about 3 days? Me and Ian.
Oh really?
Dude, we sat the whole time watching Two Strike. We almost couldn't pay attention because we were going through all these bands. No, Eleni. or whatever.
Eleni, yeah. She was in Catwalk Trash. That was a solo project
Dude,
while
I
she
forgot
traveled the
that name.
world. Yeah. Super. Yeah. It was
And then the
super fun.
Loopholes came out afterwards, and they had one of
Cuckest sets I've ever seen. Yeah,
No, it was
terrible.
No, they were.
That was an amazing.
They were electric. I
No,
mean,
they were
yeah.
great. Yeah.
I do appreciate a band like who can keep it right on the edge and keep it together. I don't know. And
Yeah.
they were definitely on the edge, but it was so good.
Yeah, I really think Sean brings a whole other thing to that.
Definitely.
To that band.
Definitely. And also I will Darren's guitar playing, I think having Tyler in that band has like pushed that whole band to a whole new level, dude.
Yeah, considering where they came from as a two-piece with Drunkles,
yeah.
just Justin and Darren. Wow.
Yeah, geez,
It's
I mean,
like
we
a whole
played-
other thing, man.
We played a show with them in Club Med like
Heck.
2 years ago.
Is
There
that
were
cool?
like 6 people there.
Oh,
No way.
You come a long
dude.
way, baby.
that wasn't the
Yeah.
burger show, hey?
No.
I
It
hope
was,
it wasn't 6 people at
no,
the
it
burger
wasn't
show.
the burger show. No.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, I'm very impressed with loopholes at the
Yeah.
moment.
And I think that's one of the nice things about being part of this whole Now Just Now thing. We're kind of seeing a lot of bands, and I mean, we can totally take credit for it because it's our podcast.
Yeah. We've done
We've seen a
everything.
lot of
Credit,
bands.
man.
We started all those bands.
We
for
started all those bands.
We actually we're just sick and tired of paying entry fees, so we throw our own party, so we don't have to.
It's working out so well from a budget point of view.
Talking about giving bands like opportunities and stuff, the Dinosaurs, I think we need to hit on
Oh,
that.
yeah,
dude.
jeez.
They are very exciting.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
very
like
amped.
up and coming band headed by a Matt Friend. Like I recorded some demos for them the other day, and they're still cutting their teeth. But there's something to be said about that band.
The keys,
Yeah,
the
and-
bringing in of the keys with the garage band.
Yeah. And actually, the first time they played live with their keys was at the Floor as well.
Yeah.
Really,
Just
I
like
didn't know
the-
that was the first time.
Yeah, that was their second show only, and it was the first time the keyboardist.
I wasn't at that show either.
Yeah, no, you weren't. That was an amazing show. That was Two Stroke and the Dinosaurs. and
Yeah,
that was
I heard from a lot of people that was a great
that was
show.
definitely our best night.
And then we had Medicine Dolls with a surprise act.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What up, Greg?
Yeah, I made it for that one. You remember when Dylan had to, they do that trick? The Medicine Dolls is a trick where he gives the guitar to someone in the crowd and just by chance gave it to Dylan.
What, did he not know? No, surely Greg knows. It's,
Well, I think he knows Dylan, but apparently
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just gives it to random people. He gave it to Dylan.
that's
and Dylan
Dylan
just
from Black
shredded.
Lung.
Yeah. Don't drop him all the time. We know where he is.
I don't think anyone else knows who he is.
I don't think he knows. Dylan, you're in Black
from,
Lung.
Dylan from Fenris.
Yeah, Dylan from Death Threats. Yeah. No, and then he killed it. Yeah, do you remember that
Someone
band?
sent a death threat to him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, he's in Death Threats. You remember that band?
Come on, guys, that's hurtful.
Dude, killer slot at any stage is all I'm going to say, dude.
Yeah, that's a cool slot.
But yeah, no. And then Black Lung finished the night on that launch. And how did that go? Hey, you at the back there on the drums?
Yo, man, it started off cool. Well, no, it didn't. There was.
Started off out of tune.
It started off out of tune.
It's called jazz.
Yeah, we were
Learn it.
going for surprise jazz sets, and from there it was just, I don't know, Jesse's cable kept coming out of his pedal, he kept standing on it, and we had like people stage rushing. That was chilled, but
Nah, do you know what? Like, I think at the end of the day, it's Black Lung. If it was going to be a polished show, I would be like, oh, that's a bit boring.
Yep.
Black Lung.
yeah, I would have been proud though.
I remember.
It would have been our first one.
Yeah.
I was hoping, like, fingers crossed, album
Gotta
launch,
come
we're
one
gonna have a
time.
good one. No,
I'm
none
like,
of that.
if we go back, I still remember one of my first ever Black Lung shows, and I think you weren't even playing for them yet.
Oh, that was,
it was at the
Mel.
Pit
Yeah, Melissa Williams.
with the Valentine show, and I think they played about 4
Valentine's
songs. Dylan threw the guitar and left. That was a beautiful night.
Jeez.
That was so great, dude. And I was like, that's what Black Lung should be.
Did someone
about.
break up with him?
I don't know, man. Let's not talk about it. Those are the fucking things. And then, so like, I think it's one of those things. Like, it was a great show. It sounded amazing. I think, like, yeah, it was. A
It
bit
was really
rough.
cool. And the people I spoke to, I was like, yeah, listen, guys, sorry for bringing you here. I realize this is not really your cup of tea. And they were like, fuck that. This thing was amazing.
Yeah, dude. It
So
just
you
it
want
felt
some-
so electric, man. It
Yeah,
was
you
great.
want some hearts and minds, man.
Yeah, I guess you guys are just pampering my heart right now.
No.
No,
yeah,
not
I
really.
really
No, it's
enjoyed
much
it,
more
dude.
fun to tear you down.
Yeah, that's why we brought it up. Yeah.
That's why we started this label.
I thought, hold on, we want to be in a group with him so we can make sure every day we get him. It was that, and I also wanted to wake up to 97 WhatsApps. So
What? 97 WhatsApps
from
who?
from you guys every day.
Oh, yeah. We keep that WhatsApp dream alive. little bit of Black Lung's face. Pre-order it now on Now Just Now. Measly $280, EFT, PayPal, we'll take it all.
Put the money in there, cash in hand.
We're
Also,
good
you
for
did
it,
say
we promise.
Black Lung's face.
Black Lung's face. Yeah, well, I mean,
That was the audio version of Black Lung's face. Experience it.
If you play it through like a graphic equalizer, you get
The sound waves
three
will make all
douchebags
three
just staring at you the whole time.
all out of tune.
come on, guys. Words hurt.
Jesse's gonna kill me. Dude, let's chat about Manny and Tailswapper and that one coming
Okay,
up.
so I think we need to speak to you about this actually. How the fuck
Yeah,
did
you
you
got
swing
this
Manny
together, dude.
Walters?
Dude, that is a lot of love. There's a lot of favors between me and
Whoa.
old Manny.
Okay, yeah, again, this is a family show, man.
Yeah, well,
Is it really?
we'll always have Paris. No, I just tuned him like he was supposed to be a part of it like a while back, but it just never worked out. And then he was very keen to be a part of it at some point, and then this date happened with a lot of changes happened, you know.
Yeah.
And I was just like, Manny, please, like we really want you to play. And he was like, of course, and rad. And also old Donnie from Tailswapper, old connections there from when he used to do the other shows at YT.
Yeah.
So I was just like, hey,
all those
dude.
acoustic shows.
Yeah, I was like, you booked us, I'll book you. Bada bing, bada boom. And he was super amped. No, it's going to be like, I think one of the best ones.
Yeah, so that's on the what's
5th
the
of
date?
October,
5th of
yeah.
October. Yeah.
This coming Thursday, whenever you listen to it, it's not that
I've just
Thursday.
realized
You
there's no
future
way this
people.
thing's going to be ready in 4 days.
Hey, man. Maybe we do the show again. Who knows? Yeah. No, that's going to be a great one, I think.
Oh, yeah,
I think
looking
it's gonna
forward
be
to
one of my
that.
favorite. And then we're taking a bit of a break from the floor
Yeah, we can't always do it. We've got lives.
and festivals.
You
that-
guys
Yeah, we
never
actually-
do it.
Hey, man.
We're actually looking out for you, Roderick, and Ines.
Myself and Ines. Yeah.
Roderick and Ines need
So
a break.
Ines and I are taking a break from the floor just over the Endless Days period, which is obviously a festival that everyone with a felt hat is very excited about.
Dude, I'm buying. I need a felt hat for that, man.
Yeah.
And I think what we're going to be focusing on in that sort of period where we're not doing the floor is just a bit of a version 2.0 of the floor. So when we come back with those two bands that are playing
38 and Heroine.
38s and
There we
Heroine,
go.
then
To check the schedule now.
then yeah, if anyone ever came to the floor in that period, they'll have a few surprises for the next time they come around to it. So,
New and improved.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
mannequins aren't freaky enough.
no, not
See,
yet.
man.
We're getting
Real
there.
people.
We're gonna use
Chopper people. Oh, no.
Oh man, yeah.
No,
It's
I
fine. None
think-
of them had families.
No, I think doing the floor I think for all of us, I don't think we've ever hosted parties. I don't know, Roderick, have you ever hosted
first time.
events?
No.
It was a big learning curve for all of us.
Yeah, geez,
You know,
man.
so I mean,
I think it ends. We're ending the residency at the beginning of December.
yeah, the last
And by
one,
that time, I think it's 8 shows or something. In the space of like 4 months.
I think it's 8,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's a bit hectic. I mean, 2 a month, we had to learn very quickly. Well, Roderick and Ines learned very quickly how to handle it. I learned how to email, and I was about...
We're still working on
and
that.
Warren enjoyed the photos in the bus. No,
Yeah,
I think
I liked a lot of photos.
I think I have a lot more respect for the people who hosted shows and hosted bands, because bands are assholes, and it's not easy to
Yes,
work
we
with
are.
them. And I mean, even the Black Lung launch. I mean, trying to tell bands not to drink before they play. It's a bit hard when you're a bit of a hypocrite while you say it. You're like, and they're like,
Don't drink that beer.
guys, stop drinking. Like I had to drink that moment. But no, it's been quite an interesting experience seeing the floor. But I think what we always wanted to achieve with the floor, we did. I think so far we've given the right bands. I mean, we've butted heads on that and all that about who we should do, promote.
Sure, it's difficult, man.
It's difficult because do you just put, kind of tried and tested names, or do you actually give young bands a chance? And I think
I mean that was the whole idea with the floor is to like kind of get all these young bands that like never always opening shows and stuff like that,
or not even having shows because no one will book them.
That happens a lot. It's like I mean, I don't want to pat myself on the back, but like giving the Dinosaurs that show was I mean they really appreciated it and like fully deserved it, but it would have been a while until they got a show.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of these young bands, they don't have the chance to play in a professional environment with good sound, with proper organization, you know.
Well, proper. That's a very flexible word.
Well, look, the sound is good.
Yeah, the sound's good. Yeah,
yeah. Well,
Mercury team is great, man. They've got to give them some props.
Amon, Kyle.
Yeah, thanks to Tia and Barstow.
They get a sound check and they get paid, and I think that's when I was starting out, we didn't get a sound check or get paid.
What
so
shows did you play?
At Zulu Bar, it's like 4 people. It was like 2 of them were like, yeah, okay, I won't get into it, but yeah, it was. I think we've given them a proper platform
And yeah, it's great to see people getting excited about the bands that they watch. You know, like I've had a lot of people from a lot of different walks of life and ages telling me that they were very surprised at the level of professionalism in the bands.
Yeah,
and I think that for me is the main goal of this thing, is to actually make people realize that this city and this country is actually indeed full of bands that you can go watch and have a good time to, and not be embarrassed.
Yeah, because the thing is, obviously, Cape Town will always have a very good, like, the psych rock and the garage rock and surf rock scene, and I think
it's still quite small compared to, say, like the bigger hard rock.
Well, I think what I'm saying is that when you go up to Joburg or Durban, they always only thing they talk about is, you know, or sock rock, you know, or sock, and like, and you want to represent more because there's a whole bunch. Cape Town is a little melting pot, and you want to do everything. I mean, from electronic music to the garage rock, you want to hit up every angle. Then we gotta get a jazz band. That's we gotta get a little
jazz band.
Yeah, dude. We gotta get some
Any
jazz.
Names? Anything we should listen out for?
Nah, bro.
Been hanging out at the crypt.
No, Richard's one of those people who says he likes jazz, but doesn't know any jazz. Doesn't know a single jazz band.
I heard King Gizzard's new album. Love jazz. Well, Dizzy Gillespie is probably dead, so we gotta move on. Okay. Yeah, no, I think I'm excited to see what happens with the floor. I think where we can take it. You know, I think. Maybe the Floor Festival 2038. Oh, let's do this.
Yes.
Warren can't make it.
Yeah, I would be there, man.
Warren's playing a show that night.
Yeah, I think I'm baking the pie.
What were we going to segue? We were going to segue into something.
To the future of Now Not Just Now or something. Was that we hit that
wait, the playlists.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
All right.
So if you didn't know, we have some playlists curated by our lovely Ines and Roderick. Do you do one or two? Have you done any? Was it all just Ines?
Yes, he did.
I've done like 3 of the 4.
Seriously, I thought it was all Ines. Sorry, man.
You're tearing this family apart.
I know, this is how well connected I am to this label. I don't know what goes on. No. We have Mamas Ramas. That's a note to all the beautiful females out in South Africa. Not female musicians. Is that not?
I just chased the entire country in one go. A group chase. Inez, we're so sorry. This is how Warren does it. It's time we see other people.
But
the entire country. Oh no!
Okay, well then, Roderick, please tell us. I'm gonna get myself another beer.
We've got 2 other kinds of 2 other playlists, I guess. One is called My Mighty Goodness, which is sort of electronic music and sort of all that kind of glitchy stuff that's made with keyboards and MIDI sequences and drum machines
and drum beats,
and brains.
Yeah.
And then we got an Eggy Soldiers playlist, which is more South African rock. You know, sort of Prime Circle, Watershed.
And where did we covering all the major labels there. Where did we get the name for Iggy Soldiers? That's a
I think
good
all
question.
these names came from one of the most brain dead brainstorming sessions that we've ever had, where we just try to come up with a bunch of. I think it was supposed to be band names or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, Iggy Soldiers I know all about.
Yeah,
I don't know about. I'm going to talk about what Warren makes his niece. It's with you can't put too much salt on it, or Warren gets in trouble.
Yeah, okay. My niece has very specific Eggy Soldiers requests.
Eggy Soldiers are, of course, little strips of bread with fried eggs, right?
Yes, yes. No.
So yeah. Anyway, we've got two editions of each playlist so far, and we're going to release them. Sort of
when we want to.
Every couple of weeks. Basically, when someone remembers on the WhatsApp group and says, when
what are we doing this week? Let's put out a playlist.
Yeah, and you can also get that stuff if you subscribe to our mailer, which you can do somehow. We actually haven't really worked out how we're going to get people to subscrib beyond giving them free T-shirts.
Please send us your email and you get a free T-shirt.
I think we must hang out by like a Checkers or something.
Just hand out our email.
No, take them on. Big old little like checklist. You just write their emails down. Oh, that's weird, but you can choice the entire country on a podcast.
Could any lovely lady who's listening to this podcast just send us their email?
Songs for the ladies.
Thank you, Rama's Mamas.
The Kingfisher himself.
Okay, no, but actually, I just want to get a little bit real there.
Yeah.
There's a shitload of very good female-fronted music in this city and in this country. And I think that's something that we've also made kind of I remember speaking to you in the early days, and that was really something that we really, really wanted to push very hard, because obviously band scene, especially rocky kind of scene,
it's
is
a boys club.
Yeah,
totally and I say this
super
sitting in a
hectic.
room with 4 guys, but
Yeah. Well, Ines is on a date.
Ines is with her sister doing girly things. But like really there needs to, I think guys are getting a little bit better with sort of allowing the girls in, but the girls are getting much better with just kind of like kicking ass,
making
their way in, which is really nice to see.
There was a big lull for a while there. It felt like,
but I mean, now we got there's Twin Weaver, Heroine's back on the horse.
Warren is
Who was that?
That was my watch.
Warren is a soundboard.
In case you guys wanted to know, it's 8 o'clock.
No, every time we say Twin Weaver, Yachty, Two-Stroke, Tazara. It's getting good, man.
Yeah.
It's rad.
Yeah, there's probably a lot more that we don't.
No,
even
there's
know.
so many,
Spike
and I
Bennicoff
think
Joburg and stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And that's what was so nice, just from a personal level, is like sort of going through these playlists and stuff. You find a lot of bands that, man, I mean, even as people who are involved with bands and playing shows and going to shows and getting drunk and forgetting what happened at those shows, it's nice to go back and look at the stuff that's been recorded. And yeah, I'd really recommend that.
And also, I think we all get kind of stuck in our own little scene. That's the nice thing with the floor. I think is that we've been pushed to kind of look a bit,
look
a bit further,
deeper,
and not just book the same 3 bands every night.
Yeah, geez, last year it was very much like that.
The
same party,
the Manila Bar house bands and all that.
It's the same party every night, and that's no way depressing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
So
what you're not
anyway,
we
hearing
all
now
just shed a
is
tear.
we're into like
we're all trying to forget 2016, to be honest.
Fuck that year.
Oh, golly.
What a shit show.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
I don't
but
remember much of 2016. Now that I was trying to put it, what shows were so bad?
No, they weren't bad.
What was bad? What was wrong with
Just
them?
a bad
Same
year,
bands.
It was just the same bands
Nah,
over and
no.
over again. And also, like, there was this other band,
don't.
Julia Robert. They just didn't play at all.
Yeah. That was really sad.
National
Dude,
Morning.
they're my favorite band, dude. One show every 24 months. Killer, dude.
Working well.
Yeah,
Biggest
dude.
shows. Biggest show 2017.
Less is more. That should be Julia Roberts' slogan. That'd be bad.
Is your next EP title right there?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Less is more.
Yeah, but what do we do? What's our next? Oh, so we've got a secret release coming up. It's not a secret, but it's going to be news
if you've
to
made
everyone
it this
else.
far. Well done. Here's your prize.
So for all you lovely listeners out there, we will be releasing Hyroine in the near future. That's super exciting, man. I've worked with Hyroine since the first EP.
2003, I think.
I think they were all in primary school then. No,
I think you were in
I think I was actually.
Yeah, he's saying like, no, Warren was on his third
way
marriage.
older.
Yeah.
fucking rocking a grade 7 haircut, like nice middle parting.
Just trying to start his Afrikaans band.
Interesting fact, just a bit off topic, but Nicholas Lowe did a cover of Wicked Games by Chris Isaac. Yeah, dude.
I don't know who Nicholas Lowe is.
No, don't.
And now here it is.
Wicked Games by Nicholas Lowe.
What a wicked game to play.
I kind of really want to listen to it.
Lowe.
No, I'm not even kidding. Who is this guy?
You don't know
Nicholas
Lowe?
Lowe?
He's like one of the most famous like Afrikaans pop stars in South Africa.
No, he's talking.
Did you can't play?
What does he sing? What's his thing?
I don't know another
music.
song, but I just know he did a cover
So I'm a
of
fucking
Wicked
idiot
Games.
for not knowing who he is. You guys can't name a single goddamn song. Not sung by Chris Isaac.
I've heard him, like, not by choice, but I've heard him.
Hey man, whatever. Nicholas Lowe, you're beautiful.
I'll
You're
fight
definitely
you.
listening to this.
I'm
Number
calling
one
out
fan.
this SummerSlam.
Hell in a cell.
Dick Lovefield versus Nicholas Lowe. The battle of the languages. Oh man. But anyway, what were you talking about before that? Heroin.
Yeah, it was just a side note there.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
super exciting.
Yeah.
And speaking about female bands, that's been one of the ones that's been going for a while as well.
Yeah. Fuck, man. When did that EP come out? Was it 2014?
No, it wouldn't be. No, dude.
Are you sure?
The one that you did.
Yeah, well, Milk.
I have it. I think it's 2015, end of 2015.
What, 2 years ago,
No,
dude? That
feels
sounds
longer.
crazy.
Do you
feel like
think
I've been
about
listening to
like
that
what
for
happened
longer
last
than
year?
that.
Did they do anything last year that you can like? No, I'm not tuning them. I'm just saying they took a bit of a hiatus.
Yeah, they took the time to reform as a
fight
band.
me.
Now it's like a two-piece. They were an all girl 4-piece, and then they kind of disbanded.
I know for a fact.
Okay.
Because I know a certain member in my band was living at a certain place when that EP was out, and he hasn't lived there for 2 years. Thank you. Case closed.
That was unusually ambiguous.
Yeah.
I'm not going to drop names. We already dropped Nicholas Lowe 500
So what
times.
did you say? They're a two-piece now?
Yeah, so now they're a two-piece, and then
They have a revolving members.
Yeah, they have a revolving
Okay,
members,
who are the two?
It's Helen Wells or Yellen.
Yellen now.
Yellen Hells.
Oh yeah, the girl who
and
doesn't
Roxy.
invite you into WhatsApp groups.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rod's
she's
taking
great.
things a little bit personal.
For all the listeners.
Yeah. Rod got hurt.
Yeah, Rod got hurt bad.
I'm over it now. I'm stronger.
Oh, you had that
yesterday.
moment.
And who else is in the band?
Then Roxy Lombard or Roxy Caroline?
Oh, yo. That's her Christian name.
Yeah, they just got back from. They just got back from Berlin. They were there for like about a month or so, and I think, as far as I know, they did quite extensive recording sessions, and they seem to have come back with an album or so.
Some really good tunes.
That's busy getting mixed. I don't know how, like, what's happening on that side, but I know we've got stuff that's been sent to us, and we'll be releasing that.
Yeah, and they brought out a video for Clever Girl.
Oh yeah, fuck, dude, that song
Really?
is so good.
Tell her you've got big plans. Well, she's an educated woman, forever wishing she was a man. How
So what are we going to do with this podcast? We're sitting at a table in Woodstock at Roderick's house.
Yeah,
There's a piano behind him.
There's a cat on the wall.
There's a Fender Deluxe behind Michael.
It's not mine.
He stole a Fender Deluxe. So I think I think we're going to record these and hope for the best.
Yeah.
And they'll probably evolve.
I hope so.
I think we're all hoping they become a little bit better.
Dude, you got to learn. Never start strong. Too much expectation from us. Yeah.
I mean, I really just want to reiterate what you said earlier, and just well done to anyone who's made it to this point.
Yeah.
Guys, we've had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have had a lot of fun. And I'm
like
really hoping that going forward, we'll just continue to be able to talk nonsense and keep you interested and
Yeah, I
let
feel
you know
like
about what's happening.
if we get to this point, we should handle like Uber Eats codes. Be like, well done.
Well, if anybody wants, they can send me their username on Uber Eats.
Definitely get that referral thing going.
Discounts.
I think we'll probably release this on a whole bunch of different platforms. And what are we going to call it? We don't quite know.
Yeah. Working titles. We take any
Should we think of
proposals?
some working titles right here, right now? I think this is a good way to do this.
Oh, we're on the spot now.
You got to have a working title just right off the bat.
I got none.
I'm going with Mike's one because
you're just stealing because you got nothing.
it's the Now podcast with Richard, Warren, Roderick, and sometimes Enos, which is not doing girly things.
I think that's good, dude. I didn't even think I need to do one there. Because I literally dropped it and realized I didn't have one.
I think on the next one we'll be talking about Endless Days and covering that whole story. That's coming up on the 4th?
Endless Days, yeah.
On the 4th.
Third, it's the 3rd of November to the 5th of November.
So you can look out for that podcast on the 20th of November.
Let's not put down dates. Yeah. We're really gonna dig our own grave, which is the name of the Valley's B-side,
which you can hear now.
No, we're not really gonna play that.
I'm so scared. He's so big. He's gonna bite me again.
Cool. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your day, your evening, your morning, whenever you're listening to this.
Scrap. Quack.